Okay, so we are here at Isky Racing Cams with none other than Mr. Ed Iskenderian himself.
Hi guys, I am interrupting the video before we get into the interview to let you know that if you are watching this at the time of upload or before Sunday, March 1st, 2026, that we are holding a celebration of life for Ed that will be at the Lions Museum on Sunday, March 1st, 2026. It will begin at 5 p.m. and is expected to last until around 9 p.m. and it'll end with a cigar lighting for Ed. So I will put the link below in the description where you can go reserve tickets. There is a limited number of spots. I'm not sure how full we are in capacity right now, but if there are tickets still available and you are local or would like to come, go ahead and go reserve one of those. It will begin at 5 p.m., expected to last until 9 p.m. It'll have some addresses from the family and then important people in Ed's life, and we will be celebrating Ed amongst some of his closest friends. So if there are tickets are still available and it is before that date, go check them out. Feel free to join us. We will appreciate having you there. And it is crazy that Ed has passed on, but he lived a great life. He was a very successful and influential man. And in this interview, there's two previous videos that you can go watch where my sister Alex, who is the host of Hot Rod Garage and is one of our Team Isky members, sat down with him before we built the Isky Tribute T that my dad built back in 23. It's been a while now. I believe it was 2023. We got to sit down with Ed and talk about the building of his tea and his life stories. He had a lot of funny anecdotes with Alex, let her know some slang from back in his day. It's a really entertaining watch if you start at the very beginning or if you're catching up right now. We jump into this video actually talking about his iconic skull that is on the front of his tea. It is a story that they think is the truth. They've heard a lot of different ways of how that skull came to be, but at the time of the interview, they had not heard this one. So that is where we kick off on this interview. I'm going to put the picture right here with the details, so that way you guys can check this out. Again, the link will be down in the description. Feel free to join us. And if this is after the date, thank you guys for watching. And this will be the last interview of this series. Thank you guys.
Actually got it from him and put it on your car as a tribute, like kind of like it was like his car, right?
They might have taken it off my car to make a mold off of it, I don't know.
But when you actually bought it, the one that's on your car now,
yeah, you got it
off Jack's car.
Jack Andrews' floor.
Gotcha.
On the floor in the garage. It was laying in the garage.
So that's really cool. But you said the radiator, that leads me to another question. The front radiator shell on your car is actually two that are cut and welded together, isn't it? How did you do that? Or is it a stop?
It had a bolt from the bottom, and you could put it to your regular radiator cap. Somebody else has done that for me since then. They saw that it was loose on there. They fixed. One of the mechanics fixed it.
I gotcha. So what I'm actually asking is, on your car, your front radiator shell, like the front piece of it?
Oh, yeah.
Is that made out of, did you use two radiator shells to make that?
Oh, yeah. Now, at first, we were running out of energy and running out of time. The war had started, and it seemed like we just couldn't get any more done on the car. It needed some help. That can't come after the war. So we now all during the war I could have lost that car. For some reason I didn't. A lot of good hot rods got ruined or destroyed or junked or something. And sometimes they build replicas of those now.
Right.
Like Stu Hilborn's his little streamlined cars in the museum down here and halfway to San Diego.
At the Lions Museum, right?
No, at his own museum.
Oh, his own museum. Okay.
I forget the guy's name now, but there's a museum halfway to San Diego.
Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah.
So yours didn't get lost, so you built the grill shell after the war.
Huh?
You built that grill shell after the war?
Oh, so I have to have a 30. If you put a 32 Ford engine, you need a 32 Ford radiator with 2 outlets down here and 2 outlets up. So the hoses.
Yeah.
So you take a 32 Ford radiator, and since you got a low little car, you had to have the radiator man shorten it for you.
Oh.
So that's what I had in front.
I gotcha.
And it was unfinished.
Uh-huh.
After the war, I said, I've got to find me a good, a kind of a pointed grill. So we looked at the junkyard. A Pontiac has a good looking pointed grill.
Oh, uh-huh.
But it's too tall. We're not good body men.
Yeah.
We just, we haven't learned that part of the business. So we cut it off.
Uh-huh.
We have to buy 2. One for the top, one for the bottom. And we have to kind of graft those together.
Really?
Not very good, but we get away with it.
Yeah. So it was off of a Pontiac.
So 2 top halves is what it's.
Is that like a 30-something Pontiac? Like, do you remember?
33 or 34 Pontiac.
Really? Okay.
And there's another good looking one, and it might be a real truck, but I'm not sure.
Where did you come up with that idea? Just walking
Oh yeah, we combed the Saturday we combed the junkyards.
That's what you did on a
See
Saturday?
what we can find. Different ones.
Yeah.
Here and there, all over.
Huh.
In fact, we got in trouble in high school because on Saturday we had during the week we had music, some kind of music class, forced to take it.
Oh.
Some kind of and you guys have to come on Saturday to downtown LA for this music festival.
Yeah.
Something's going on, and you can come back and report on that.
Yeah.
And the teacher gave me hell for not coming because that was my day to go to the junkyards on Saturday.
So then something else I noticed.
And she told me. She says that I'm not very good student in the music.
Yeah.
She didn't realize that was our bread and butter.
I love that. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, she was mad because I might have been the only guy that missed going to that. It was a nice little music festival downtown.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it was something pretty nice, but I didn't have to wait. Not on Saturday.
It wasn't a junkyard nice, huh?
Huh?
Wasn't as nice as the junkyard, huh? You'd rather be at the junkyard.
We had to comb the junkyard and see what we could find.
Yeah, that's funny. So when you put that engine in, your new the V8, you have a magneto mounted down below, don't you?
Oh yeah.
Why
That's
did you
the
do it
standard. You could buy that.
Okay.
They were hard to find, but I finally did have that. But before that, we to get more RPM with a single coil, which is what the Ford came with, you could. A Lincoln Zephyr had a dual coil, and that a guy named Spalding, the Spalding brothers. They were early hot rodders before us. The older brother and the younger brother. They were the first to do it, I think. You take a Lincoln Zephyr distributor with a dual coil built right up and parts of the Ford bin, and instead of a 6-lobe cam, you put the 8-lobe cam with 4 lobes ground off. And once they showed you how to do it, you could do it yourself instead of buying it from them, from the Spalding brothers. And what else did they have? What else did they do? They had built a streamliner for Dry Lake racing. And they called it the carpet sweeper.
Carpet sweeper.
Because it looked like a carpet sweeper. And it was streamlined, the wheels were inside, and it went about 130 miles an hour. And that was the Spalding brothers. and one of them was still alive about 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
They were great. They were smart guys. One of the guys that taught us things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the older brother had even went to Mexico because Mexico has passed a law that any part that you need for cars, American cars in Mexico,
Mm-hmm.
any car that is made here in Mexico, you have to buy it from here.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute, how'd that work? You had to buy the Mexican part
Okay.
instead of buying it from the United States.
Uh-huh.
Some kind of a deal like that.
Right.
So they went down there to make piston rings, the older brother, and pretty soon they fleeced him out of it. Fleeced.
Fleeced.
You know what that means?
I don't.
A sheep needs fleecing
Uh-huh.
when his hair gets too long. It's winter, summertime is coming. You gotta fleece this, take his coat off.
Uh-huh.
It's too thick and heavy, and he's gonna suffer in the heat.
Mm-hmm.
Fleeced.
Fleeced.
That's that term they used for someone that just got gypped,
Huh.
got fleeced. He got his coat taken off.
I did not know that.
Fleeced. That was a good expression in the old days.
Huh.
And so, how did we get to that word, fleecing?
He went down to get piston rings.
Huh?
He made piston rings, but he got.
Oh yeah. And somehow, when he come back, they had his machinery that he'd taken down there with him,
Mm-hmm.
and he seemed to got aced out of it. And he come back and tickled the best to get away and get back to the States.
That's funny.
This often happens. I heard that it often happens.
Really?
Like road building equipment.
Uh-huh.
It might be untrue, it might be true.
Right. So.
Then I know a building, a road needs building, and people bid on it.
Mm-hmm.
And they have a low bidder, and he gets the job.
Mm-hmm.
It might be a guy from the United States.
So.
And
You were meant.
anyway, when he comes back, he won't have the equipment that he took down there with him, and he runs into some kind of trouble.
Mm-hmm.
And so he might get fleeced. And I heard this joke. When the bid comes up again next time, we'll bid on it, because we have the machinery now. I heard. I don't know if this is true stuff or not.
That's funny though. So.
I remember our supermarkets here,
Uh-huh.
where you pick out everything you want and pay at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Well, by golly, during the Mexican road races and stuff, and this fellow that had a market here, had a good supermarket here.
Mm-hmm.
He entered the race, and he won. He got a little help from the Lincoln factory, or the Mercury factory,
Mm-hmm.
but he was on his own,
Uh-huh.
and he beat the factory team and won for the Lincoln on a certain race,
Oh wow.
on the Mexican road race from the old days.
Huh.
Ack Miller was in on that too, you know.
Uh-huh.
And he made the hot rods famous by being in that first Mexican road race. Yeah.
Huh.
Wow.
You were mentioning the guys that you were talking about that went down to Mexico. Is that the ones that helped with the lower the magneto like you did on your car? Is that what you were saying? The magneto that's on your car.
Oh, the
where you did
magneto,
it
that's
down
something
low?
like. Well, that's a standard item
Is it down?
made by Scintilla Vertex makes a mag.
Uh-huh.
So when they wanted to sell them here to go on the Ford V8,
Uh-huh.
they made the drive that'll go on the front so they could put it right in. So that was available, But we never, we seldom saw them. It was an expensive item, and I got a hold of that later on. Later on, I got a hold of that.
I gotcha. So.
But before that, I used to use the copy of Spalding Brothers' way of converting a Lincoln Zephyr to get high RPM.
I see what you're saying. Okay. So I have another question on that. On the valve covers that you made, did you make those with the
now that was it. By golly, we found out that there was a pattern making school in Santa Monica. And they had machine shop and this and that, and like our schools used to have. And we found out that if you go there, they'll make you a pattern. Usually it was something pretty simple. And the instructor, you had to bring drawings. John was good at drawings. He could do a journeyman's job on drawings while he was in high school, learning that part of it. So we found out, I bought those heads for $21, and I didn't like the two little valve covers they had on there, so that was a maxi. So I wanted to make one valve cover and put my name on it. And I was encroaching. I made it look like it was my head, but it was someone else's heads that I reworked and made a new valve cover for.
I see.
So that way, I didn't make the actual heads. I just bought them cheap and reworked them.
That's cool.
But anyway, so we needed a drawing. We're going to go to the pattern shop and see the instructor, and we're going to give him enough money for the wood, and that's all. And he's going to put his best student, if it's a tricky job, he's going to put his best student on it, because if he don't do this job, he's going to make something that's going to be thrown away.
Yeah.
A common thing that...
Right.
But this is a useful part that we're going to use. So John did the drawing. Beautiful drawings he made. He had the patience to do this. And then he wrote my name in there the regular school way we were taught.
Cursive.
And by God, they made that. I don't think we paid more than $10 or $20 for the patterns.
That's so cool.
And we had them cast and polished and so forth. And that's how that came about. Then later, oh, this is an interesting story. Later, in the early days, the flathead Ford V8 come out and there was no speed equipment for the engine. Except one guy. A guy named made a dual manifold with two 97 carburetors, two Stromberg carburetors instead of one.
Okay.
His name was I'll think of it a little later.
Okay.
Edelbrock used his manifold. It was the only one. If you want to go a little faster.
Yeah.
So he used it. But and Edelbrock did the experimental work for him, you might say. He was a pattern maker that worked for the aircraft company. And this on this side he would build patterns. And someone had talked him into making this dual carburetor pattern. So Vic Edelbrock visits Winfield. Because he's using a Winfield cam. You know what? Tell me. I'm doing the experimental work for Thixton. That's his name. Thixton.
Thixton.
Thixton or something like that.
Right, Thixton. Okay.
Thixton, I'm doing the experimental work. And now I've got some ideas of my own. Really. I got some ideas of your own. What you need is a pattern maker. But not any pattern maker, a pattern maker that is used to working with drawings.
Oh.
I know a pattern maker that don't need drawings. Wow. Tell me, who is that?
Yeah.
And he told him and how to find him. Here's a pattern maker that don't need drawings. What does he need? He needs the stock manifold. All right, here's the stock manifold. What do you want to do? I want to put 2 carburetors on it. And what's going to be different about yours than from stock? Well, I'm going to make the ports a little bit bigger. Okay. And then where the carburetor goes on, I'm going to put 2 there. It's going to have a Y. It looks like a slingshot. You know,
Right.
a slingshot.
Yeah.
So they called it the slingshot when the kid came out. So Edelbrock slingshot. And that was Edelbrock's manifold.
Huh.
And that's all he made for quite a few years. But he hears about a kid, high school kid, that's making cylinder heads for the Ford V8 engine. Wow! A kid has that? Already running, has it? How did that happen?
Right.
Well, he happens to know about this school over here that has a pattern shop school, and the instructor, all he needs is drawings, and you can have things made for practically nothing, just the price of the wood. Because these instructors want to learn. I mean, the kids want to learn.
Yeah.
And it'd be good if they would made something that could be used.
Right.
So John makes the drawings for the cylinder heads. He makes them as high a compression as you can possibly make them, and everything. And the patterns get done. John gets the patterns. He takes them to the foundry and has them cast in cast iron, not aluminum, because John, for some reason, liked cast iron. But when he put them on his car, he had the compression so high you couldn't go up a hill. It would ping like mad. And so he had to grind them out, the combustion chamber, to lower compression and so forth.
Huh.
That was a mistake he had made. And we didn't know it at the time. We learned later that the flathead has to breathe. And if you make that compression too high, the passageway from the valve to the cylinder bore was holding you back because you're already getting half or 3/4 throttle because that passage was too small.
Oh.
It was a restriction
Right.
in the way, you know,
Right.
for breathing. So Edelbrock hears about the kid. And he comes over on Hillcrest Avenue and finds him. And John shows it to him. Edelbrock has he has patterns for a manifold, but he has no heads. And Edelbrock looks, how does this kid know so much about this? Because he pays attention, that's why he's learned about these things. And he's a good draftsman. Has already, and there it is, already made. The finished part, even. And Edelbrock leaves, learned what he found out what he wanted to know. Because he's going to make a head now. What he doesn't know, that John is a great machinist and a good tool maker and a good draftsman, but a very poor businessman. He has the heads here and they're for sale, but he don't know how to get the money. He knows how to lend them to you. He's good at lending them out to a guy.
But he doesn't have the business.
Try them out and never get them back. But he didn't know, Edelbrock didn't know if he gave John $200 or $300, he could have walked away with the whole shooting match, the patterns and the parts that were made. And now we don't even know where one of those cylinder heads are today.
Really?
They disappeared.
Huh.
Too bad. Because he would like to have it in Lincoln, Nebraska. He has a cylinder head made by everybody.
Yeah.
But
I saw
that one is missing.
Yeah. So he, what? I'm trying to get this straight. John was your age?
So Edelbrock actually could have bought those from John for a couple of $100, and then he would have been on his way real much quicker. He would have saved him a lot of money too.
Right. Was John your age or was he older than you?
He was 1 year older.
1 year older. Okay.
1 year, right? He was born on the 20th, and I was born on the 10th of July.
Oh. Okay.
1 year older.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you got the car from him,
yeah,
was the body already channeled, or not channeled? I'm sorry. Was the body already cut down with the quarter round at that point?
Oh, that's an interesting thing.
Okay.
So I'm starting to build the car.
Uh-huh.
The body is stock 23.
Uh-huh.
And I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm not gonna cut it down. And John laughed at me. No, you gotta cut the down. That goes up too high in the back. Mm-hmm. Why does it go up high in the back?
Yeah.
Because it's a copy of a horse and buggy days. Because the first cars were horse and buggy, derived from a horse and buggy. Mm-hmm. And so it had this buggy shape in the back. It curled up about 4 inches too high.
Yeah.
And a lot of people that build them high, says that no, John says, no, you got to cut that down. He had a different eye than I did. He could see that, and I didn't know what he's talking about.
Right.
No, that makes it give it a horse and buggy.
Right.
You got to cut that down. So when we cut it down, we lost a lot of strength and stuff. But with that band that I stole off another guy's car, that beefed it up again.
Right.
So that's why that body has been cut down about 4 inches. Instead of being horse and buggy back, it's kind of streamlined somewhat.
So you did that. It was just his idea.
John's idea.
But you were the one that did
idea.
it.
John said, you can't. Don't you see that? That's a horse and buggy.
That's
back in. You've got to prune that down and make it a little more racy looking.
Yeah. So where did you get that?
John could see that and I couldn't.
Where did you get that quarter round and how did you bend it like you did?
Oh boy. I would be afraid to tie today, but I tried. So here's how you do it. You buy this half round, they called it. It was really only a quarter round. Mm-hmm. So it was it dimpled up, so it had this shape.
Okay.
And chrome plated. Frank Palmer, we stole the idea of his car. And if you put that around there, but it gave you a finished top, because no one knew what to do up here.
Right.
How do you finish the car up that looks good? And that did it. With screws about 4 inches apart, there was wood down below.
This is for him.
And we put screws, and this part is straight. This is the easy part.
Yeah.
All along the side. Now we got to curve around, and it's a big long piece.
Right.
And we put heat on it, and we bend a little bit.
Oh.
By God, you'd think I have to make several of these and throw some away. For some reason, I got away with it and got it around, and I couldn't believe it. And I put some screws in and go a little further, a little more bending.
Really?
And gradually, I can't believe I did it. I'd be afraid to try it today.
One try. You did it in one try.
Huh?
It was one try. You only did
One
it that
time.
Really?
Yeah, you'd think I'd have to make several of them to throw some away and start over again.
That looks hard.
And you can buy that material right out of stock. It's a standard item.
Huh.
Kind of a finish.
That's cool.
They called it quarter round, but anyway, I got to get a piece of that.
That's neat. So, the interior on it is just incredible for what it was at the time?
Without that, it looked like hell. I don't know how it ever finished the top. I didn't know what to look at to get any ideas even what to do here on the upholstery and to finish the top.
Who did the upholstery? Did you do the upholstery or did somebody else do the upholstery?
A guy named Laddie Jerback was a good upholstery man, and I was directed to go see him, and he knew exactly what to do. And so I'm now sitting on stock with that thing. There was a cushion there. You were sitting in there, you like this, and the body quit about right here. You're up in the open up here. But with these hot rods, we went down to the bottom.
Right.
And the seat was out gone. And we got a little pad here, is all.
Right.
And we're sitting way down deep because it's a hot rod, you know.
Yeah.
It just came about kind of natural. Yeah, that was pretty.
So he knew what to do.
Huh?
You just took it to him, and he knew what to do, and he did it. It was all his. It was just his idea. He's the one that created how it looks with the pleating and stuff like that.
What part?
The interior. So he's
the interior.
He's the one that came up with it.
Who did? John. No, in this case, though John didn't have anything to do. Frank Palmer had built this wonderful tea with this on it.
Oh.
And I copied it off his. That's the only thing I copied off his car.
Okay. I meant
But I thought, what a great idea, the way you finished up the top here. It made it strong, and otherwise it was a little bit flimsy up there.
Okay. So you also have an Auburn dash, didn't you?
All right, Auburn dash. When a junkyard, if a junkyard had a chance to buy an Auburn, the first thing he knew how much to pay for this old Auburn we're going to scrap in the junkyard or sell parts off. He knew right away hot rodders want that dashboard out of there.
Yeah.
They'll pay $5 and they wouldn't sell them any cheaper. But in the swap meets today, a crazy guy wants $2,000 for an old Auburn
They're
dash.
expensive.
We couldn't believe it. So he knows he's going to get $5. I don't know what he's going to pay for this old Auburn, but he knows the dash will bring him $5 right there.
Right. Huh.
And so he would hold out for $5. Maybe some paid even more.
Right.
So that was a hot item.
Where did you find it?
Where did you? They weren't too hard to find it because no one had caught on yet. But they did catch on later.
I gotcha. Is the tack that you have in there, was that from an airplane?
Oh yeah, that came after the war.
Oh, okay.
That was aircraft surplus stuff.
Was that the same as the front struts that you used for the headlights? Is that?
Oh, no, that's John's idea.
Oh, okay.
All right, on the old airplanes, the PBY flying boat.
PBY.
It has struts. And they have to be streamlined. So they have a shape that's perfect streamlining and yet strong. They could make it round, but that'd be too much drag.
Oh.
But here they've made it so it has very little drag and yet strength.
I gotcha.
And you can buy that. We didn't know it, but we found out you could buy that PBY struts by the 20-foot length.
Really?
And John's idea, there's where John's could see things that I didn't see.
Right.
We've got to make headlight brackets, and how can we make them in such a way that's somewhat modern and yet different? So John not only used that shape, but he had to make it narrower up here and wide down here.
Oh.
And so he showed me how to do it, and I did it. And that's what I did. That was John's idea.
Was that after the war as well?
Huh?
Was that after the war? Did you do that? Did you do that part after the war?
No, before the war.
Before the war.
And
Okay.
we had them chrome plated afterwards. Yeah.
I gotcha. So,
that we could handle. That wasn't too. But we were afraid to. I was afraid to make headers.
I was gonna ask, how did you do the headers and the exhaust?
All right.
It's so sweet.
Well, I had a little more guts after the war, and a little more experience, of course. So I wanted to make headers to make it look a little more racy. So I'll tackle that job. And just by fooling around, we finally, and a lot of filing and.
You filed all the welds, didn't you?
Filed the welds, yeah, smoothed them out. And I think they're rough on the other side. And we got away with it. But to tell you the truth, though, it sounded better and worked better with the stock exhaust manifolds chrome plated. And opened up a little inside, which probably didn't need. And a single pipe went down, 2-inch, and then all the way along the frame to the back. Special muffler that would plug in and plug off as needed, Jim.
Is that goes under the car, right? Like it's
along the sides.
Okay.
Up about that high.
Right. Do you?
And it kind of hid the frame and it looked better with chrome paint like there.
Okay. You.
And the other funny thing was that the radius rods for the rear end. Some guy used to write me a letter and said, Isky's car doesn't have radius rods in the back. I did have them, but they were real tiny inside between the frame rails. You could barely see them.
I gotcha.
And you never did break for some reason. Because that was a weak point. Because my car was so light in the back, with spin wheels easy, nothing ever broke.
I see. So another question I have is you have a belly pan on the car.
What?
The belly pan, the underside of the car.
Oh yeah.
How and why?
Well, that's only a pan about this size. The frame is 24 inches wide, and I needed a place to carry tools. And why don't I make a pan in there? And that's all it was just a pan for that. Not the whole thing. Well, not the whole undercarriage.
Really?
Just that little section.
That was just for tools.
It was a place to carry tools, and the battery was there too.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all that was.
So, another thing, when you're sitting in the car, did you have room for your legs?
Yeah.
It wasn't too
tight. It fit me all right. And that was an interesting thing about the steering. Now, we didn't have much in the way of tools, and we didn't have that much experience. We were high school kids. So, steering. What are we going to do with the steering? You can buy that steering. We do have to have it cut down. It's too long. And that was a big job for us to take it to a machine shop, as we had to cut it shorter, and the steering had to be machined to a taper and a keyway and a thread, and the machine shop did that for us.
I see.
And he did a nice job, and he shortened it. I forget how much. But now I could get in the car, and it was not in my lap, I was just right. And our steering is so fast that about a half or a 3/4 turn that way, and a half or 3/4, that was all the movement I had. But that's all I needed.
Right.
As long as we were rolling, it steered easy with 550 16 tires in front.
I gotcha.
So that was okay. In fact, we hardly even paid attention to that. All we wanted to do get a steering in the car so we could steer it, and it just happened to come out that way.
Yeah.
And it was okay as long as
Worked
we're.
out. How did?
But when you're standing still and pushing the car, then you'd feel that
That's when you notice.
too hard to turn.
Uh-huh.
But that was only when you didn't have the power to make your turns and
Right.
stuff.
Did you, when you got the car from John, was the rear end already switched from the front to the back? Because it's not in the stock location, right?
The what?
The rear end, the back of the car, the rear end of the car, it's flipped from the stock location, right?
Oh, yeah. Ford had a deal. I think the idea was a short wheelbase car that will make sharp turns
Mm-hmm.
and maneuver in small places and make a U-turn in a small place,
Uh-huh.
but have the ride of a longer car,
Mm-hmm.
a smoother ride. So the wheels were close, but the spring was back further and suspension further. And I think he thought he was getting a big car ride with a shorter car.
That's interesting.
I think that's what the idea was, but I'm not sure about that. Oh, and that and maybe he got the car lower that way
Okay.
without getting in trouble.
So you did it. You flipped that though.
Huh?
Right? You changed that though.
Yeah, I
right?
switched that. By playing around in the backyard, why don't we try this?
Uh-huh.
In fact, another funny thing happened.
Soon he's gone.
I was like, I had the parts, and I could shift them around and look at it, and John comes over to see what I've got, and I had something real funny, and he laughed. I had behind the turtleback was the Z-irons, and the rear wheels were way back behind the turtleback. It would have been a long wheelbase thing. It looked like funny as hell, and I was really thinking about doing it that way. And John laughed and told me, "You can't do that."
Yes.
So
That's funny.
so John had a different eye than I did. Yeah.
I see. So, I'm almost done. I just had so many questions with it. But the only other thing, two things.
So that's the reason we turned it around. I don't know. For one reason that was the length of the stock drive shaft. I didn't have to cut the drive shaft. There's a stock Model A drive shaft in there. Standard item.
That's funny. So,
And once before, we had seen with the banjo housing where the gears went, that the early ones were real weak in there, and then the late ones had a very big machine cast in there for more strength. So we knew there was a strange on that banjo housing. We call it the banjo housing.
Do your
Yeah.
questions and then we're gonna take him home.
okay, I have I'll do one question. I just want to ask him how fast he went.
Oh, yeah.
And then just do a wrap up.
Okay.
And then we'll be good.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
It's 5
So-
o'clock almost.
Oh, jeez. We've had a long day. We've talked.
Huh? Yeah.
Talked a lot. So one more question.
One of the other funny things John thought of was go ahead and I'll tell you what this is.
You tell me and then I'll ask you.
All right. You go to race somebody.
Mhm.
If you got a Ford V8 engine, you probably got the clutch that goes with it, which is a centrifugal clutch. Very soft, but when you rev up, the centrifugal weights grab the disc higher so they won't slip. So that's what we'd use. So you'd get into a race with another car. John had the same trouble I did. The first thing that would happen now you get in the race is very important. It's an important race. You'd like to win this. The first thing I would notice is my foot is vibrating on the clutch. Some kind of a nervous condition that I go to pedal and going, my foot is jerking back and forth. John is having the same trouble. When I told him about it, he's got the same problem. Some kind of a nervous reaction comes to your foot.
Really?
So you better push it all the way down and hold it down and get ready to let it out to go fast.
Uh-huh.
All right. So you start to rev up in low gear, and now you can go a long ways in low gear with the flathead because even when you're floating the valves, it'll rev way up without hurting anything. And but if you go too far, you go to push in the clutch, you can't release the clutch. That centrifugal is holding your foot back. So your gear, and you'll get it out of flow all right, but you can't get it in second, and you'll be grinding all you want to, you can't get it in the second. So that would cause you to lose a race. So we wanted a clutch. We would like to have a clutch that we could rev as far as we wanted in low gear. So when we hit second, we had a lot more horsepower. We're up on the horsepower curve and could really jump ahead of the guy.
Yeah.
So we'd usually race the guy, we get way ahead of him on low gear because we rev it up too tight. Well, anyway, so we talked to our friend Fox, who is our old timer. He said, well, why don't you put the early clutch in, the Model A clutch, and it might have came on the 32. It was a plain non-centrifugal clutch, and that way you can shift at any speed. You can push out and pedal and it will release and you get it into the next gear. So we tried, so John tried it first. And boy, oh boy, he took a look at what happened. He looked inside. The clutch fingers had broken right through the case.
Oh, wow.
From centrifugal force and the throw-out bearing. So John knew what to do. He made little pieces of metal to strengthen the case in the right places and welded them in. And then we took it to the clutch man who had the machine to take the clutch apart and had him put stiffer springs in, which we probably didn't need. And he did that. So now John could rev way up and clutch it and go into the next gear. It was beautiful. John, I says, make me one too. While you're making yours, make me mine. So I have it in there too. You might call it a high-speed clutch.
High-speed clutch?
Non-centrifugal.
So I got one final question for you. How fast did you end up going in your car?
100 and maybe it's 97.76 or something like that. It's what's written on that little tag.
The little tag, that's the fastest. Yeah. I gotcha.
That's the. Okay. Wait a minute, no, wait, 120.
120, wasn't it?
120.
That's what I thought, okay.
Just 2 miles short of Elbrush time. And Elbrush, of course, had a fatter car, a 32 Ford Roadster, wider than my car.
120. And how was that when you were still a teenager, or was that post-war that you did?
What was that?
Was that when you were still a teenager that you did that mile an hour, or was that post-war that you did that 100?
Yeah, teenagers. That was before the war. Yeah,
really?
El Mirage Rally.
Really? Wow.
The war might have just started, you know.
Yeah.
No seatbelts.
Oh yeah, now this is funny. I thought of something that was funny.
He's too tired.
Yeah, we're almost done.
Yeah, I forgot what that was though.
Ask about that helmet.
Helmet. Do you guys have helmets when you were
Huh?
doing? Did you have a helmet when you were doing 120? A helmet?
You could. Oh well, that's an interesting story. There was a place called the Airplane Junkyard.
Uh-huh.
Who owned it? Arrigo Balboni, an Italian guy
Uh-huh.
that we would go see, and he had surplus from World War I,
Oh, wow.
helmets and goggles for pilots, and he had those, and he would sell them pretty cheap, and then we'd buy them, because when we take off our windshield, we don't see very good without goggles.
That's where you got them.
So Arrigo used to have signs on old airplane wings and stuff, all his wrecked airplane parts.
Mm-hmm.
You saps, keep off these wings. You saps, S-A-P. You're a bunch of saps. Keep off these wings. You don't hear that word saps anymore.
I've never heard
but
it.
let's start it again. What's a sap? Use a sap. A dumbbell.
Oh, my
And
How much do you pay for that?
how'd you boys like to go up for a flight? Are you kidding? You're gonna take us up for a flight? Yeah, we'll take you up for a flight on Saturdays.
Huh.
Yes, I want to fly. I want to go up.
Yeah.
When? Call me on Saturday morning. And I would call. Oh, not this Saturday. Can't do it today. Call next week. Can't do it today. Can't do that. I said, this is bullshit. He ain't can't take us up. And so I don't call anymore.
Yeah.
So later on, I meet a guy that really knows Arrigo Balboni.
Mm-hmm.
He says, you know, he wasn't a very good pilot himself. He might have been a junkyard guy, but he was not a very good pilot himself.
Uh-huh.
So maybe it's lucky I never went up with him. So,
I would like to see those.
and so that was his, and he was over near Los Feliz, a different part of town. That's where everyone would go for helmets and goggles.
Huh.
How much
Yeah.
were they?
Yeah. How much do they cost? Do you know?
Oh, a few bucks, maybe.
Couple dollars.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I remember Arrigo Balboni's junkyard, yeah.
Huh.
He had other parts there too. That's about the only thing we could use that he had.
That's interesting.
Uh-huh.
Well, I think I could probably talk to you for days and days and days.
Yeah,
But I appreciate
that
you.
stuff we could forget.
I appreciate you giving me some of your time today.
Yeah, here's another funny thing. Remember I told you that Bobby Meeks was Saddlebrock's right-hand man?
Yeah.
When I went to Poly High School, in the very first year of high school,
Mhm.
there was a guy over there. At lunchtime I would see.
Mhm.
Seemed like a nice, quiet little guy, about my size.
Mhm.
Why don't I go over and talk to him? Well, maybe I will tomorrow. Maybe. I wonder. I don't know whether I will or not.
Yeah.
And later we find out, when it's way too late, that's Edelbrock's right-hand man. He's a kid that Edelbrock took out of the neighborhood that used to hang around, and he taught him the ropes, doing little jobs at first. And he was already in with Edelbrock and hung out over there and worked at Edelbrock's.
Huh.
And we could have been friends a long time
Long
ago.
time before. Wow.
And I didn't see him until again many years later when he's Edelbrock's top man.
Well,
Yeah, he's
that's
Edelbrock's top man.
funny how that played out.
Yeah, Bobby Meeks.
Huh.
And he was such a good guy, and he leveled with me always on things.
Uh-huh.
When we'd make fun of people, See, part of our deal was making fun of people
I noticed.
that don't do things right or don't know what they think they know.
Yeah.
And we play jokes on them or we make fun of them.
Yeah.
And so he wasn't afraid to make fun of anybody. He wasn't worried at all that something would get back to the original guy and you went and told so-and-so this and that. Something might go wrong, you know.
Yeah.
Might hurt somebody's feelings or something. You know.
He didn't care though.
So that was Bobby Meeks, a great guy.
Huh. Huh.
Another funny thing happened.
Mhm.
Oh yeah. Here's the one that we used to play. We love this story because it played a joke on Keith Black, who was considered one of the top guys,
Right.
technical wise and so forth.
Uh-huh.
Edelbrock came out with a new manifold that fits a Chrysler V8 Hemi.
Mhm.
It's 2 logs and runners, all aluminum, and you put about 6 carburetors on there, Stromberg carburetors, which were plenty and full and cheap at the time.
Right.
Now, if you didn't buy that, you'd buy Crowers U-Fab Special. All the little pieces were cut out, and you weld them on,
Oh, yeah.
and then it'd be worked real bad. You'd have to start build another one.
Uh-huh.
So we used to buy that kit and give them to Joaquin Arnett from the Bean Bandits, and he would weld them and do it right, and they would fit.
Uh-huh.
So we started selling them already fixed by Joaquin already
Right.
from San Diego. But then they saw that and they started casting the manifold instead of fabricating out of tubing and stuff. So Edelbrock heard about this new class they're starting.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, they're starting a new class. E-boats. It's a flat bottom, but with a big motor, a big Chrysler Hemi in there, which is the biggest they had at the time. Early one. And he was building about 4 or 5 of these right now, because it's brand new. It used to be the Cracker Box class with a flathead Ford V8, but now they're allowing you to put a big Chrysler motor and something different about the chassis, the frame, shape of the boat. But it's flat bottom. So one of our old customers was a baker, and he called his boat Cream Puff because he did confectionery things like that too. You know, that was part of his business. Cream Puff, and with his flathead, he win a lot of races with our cam and his flathead. Now he hasn't been racing for a while, and now something new has started: e-boat racing.
E-boat.
And guess who's getting the business? Keith Black. So I want one of those engines. I'm going to buy one from Keith Black. Keith, I want you to build me an engine too. But I noticed that you always use Harman and Collins cams. I want to use Isky cams. Because I've had good luck with them in my flathead before.
Right.
No, if you're going to use an Isky cam, forget it. I don't use Isky cam. I won't build your engine. Okay, I'll get someone else to build it.
Right.
He starts to walk away. He don't get very far, and Keith Black changes his mind. Okay, Bring the damn cam here and bring it, and I'll build your engine. All right.
Oh, man.
So they all show up at Marine Stadium, Long Beach, for the big race. All of them are the same, except one of them is different than the others in the cam department. So the race starts. The ones with the Harmon cams won't wipe up like our Isky's, and he beats them, wipes them out.
Mm-hmm.
Well, these guys aren't crazy. There's something you did to that engine you didn't do to our engine. Well, let's get together with the other guys and find out. You got beat too? Yeah, I got beat. I got beat. We better. Keith Black is on my doorstep Monday morning.
Really?
What does he want? I want four more cams like the roller cab for Chrysler that you sold him for the his Chrysler. And okay, I said I'll give you the long deal, so you buy 4 of them. And by the way, we're thinking of switching to your cams.
Change the story.
I says, oh, you're gonna get in trouble with Auburn and Collins.
Yeah.
They're not gonna like this. I'm thinking to myself, you're gonna, but you know, he has just learned a hell of a lesson. He is supposed to be a top engine builder and filthy up on his stuff, and there's somebody that's got a hell of a lot better cam than he gets from Armenian Collins.
Yep.
It's read way up by comparison.
Huh.
He hasn't been doing his homework.
Sounds like
he's supposed to be an engine builder and supposed to be selling you the best of everything. And by the way, vanity comes into the situation again.
Uh-huh.
Vanity.
Right.
Remember I told you what Bobby Meeks told me? They don't leave the Long Beach Stadium until he tells everybody why he didn't win this time.
Yeah.
That he was gonna win, but it wasn't his fault.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's coming out now. You know, I noticed you give Edelbrock another 5%. You give him 50 off, or you give him an extra 50%. And it might be 40%, I forget.
Uh-huh.
And I want that long deal. No, you can't sell that. That's stuff like Edelbrock sells. You can't do it. I don't think you could do it. And I'm thinking to myself, well, you just learned a hell of a lesson, and now you want the parts cheaper.
Right.
God, isn't that enough to get straightened out and learn a lesson and pay just a few dollars more? I could have given it to him, and I would have had all his business, I think. But I wouldn't give it to him because I figure I had him where I wanted him.
Mm-hmm.
And the next thing I know, he goes to Engel, a friend of mine over here in Santa Monica, and was faithful to him ever since.
Really?
Yeah, he was faithful to him after that.
Wow.
And I don't know if they copied the cam or what they did, but everything went pretty good. And the next thing you know, Keith Black now uses Engel cams from then on.
Really?
For all his drag racing and stuff. We're using Keith. All right.
So everybody learned.
Now I'm going to tell you about a visit to Ingalls. We were friends. Now there's a guy named Scotty Finn. He had a street shop, and he used to know the lingo and sell parts there.
Mm-hmm.
He claims he taught this guy how to port, was an expert guy that ports in engines. Isky, he'd come down at night when I was working. It was so much fun to listen to. He talked with a lot of authority.
Yeah.
I mean, his voice was good. And when he spoke, you listened.
Right.
Because it was so well done. And he had a cigarette always in his mouth, and it would hang by the spit right there. And he didn't have to put his hand up here to take a puff. He would just, like that, and it would go up. He'd take a puff and let it hang again.
Oh, man.
Wonderful. Isky, why don't you make a 5-cycle cam? Holy smoke. A 4-cycle engine, and I'm going to make it into a 5-cycle engine? I think that would a hell of a publicity stunt. And I can see why I might get away with it. I'm taking the 4-cycle engine and add a cycle. Where did you hear that? I read it in a magazine about the Italians at east coast of Africa, Formula One racing. The Italians had said something about a formula, about a 5. Before the extra cycle is the overlap period, so I can see where I can have some fun with that at the right time. Now is not the time. So I'm holding on to it. And by golly, he had a car that was built pretty nice, I thought, and safe too. And they used different engines in it. Edelbrock, no. Keith, the Jaguar brothers put their Cadillac engine in it. Nick Arias put his GMC in it, and others had different engines. They went pretty good, but it wasn't outstanding.
We're actually doing
But
right now. What?
the car he decided to sell
Yeah.
because he's gonna quit drag racing and all this. I'm going back to Oklahoma. I sold it to a fella in San Diego called.
There's one at Manhattan Beach and one at Ark. Yeah.
Let's see.
Sure. Yeah.
And there was a race driver married to Joaquin's sister. And his name was, I can't think of it. And he was an expert on nitro in the early days.
Oh, we can give it a try.
Yeah.
And Joaquin was an expert on nitro. So whatever Joaquin knew, he would teach his brother-in-law. Emery Cook and Bedwell. Bedwell had a shop down there, and we had a lot to do with the success of that car. They came to me for a free cam, and I give it to them.
Yeah.
They got it's Scotty Finn's old chassis. Scotty Finn is going back to Oklahoma. He's all through with this drag racing. I says, give me your address before you go. I want to talk. I'd write to you once in a while. Okay. By golly, Emery Cook meets up with, because he's selling parts all around San Diego of some kind, and he meets Bedwell, who's got a nice shop. And doing well. And they go partners. What's Emery Cook's experience? He used to drive one of the Speed Sport Roadsters. Have you heard of them? Oh, they're famous. They were built the right way. It was the way these cars are, top fuelers are today. Only they had a short wheelbase. And they had a Model T body, a Chrysler motor in the back. And they sat up front, and the wheels were right in front of them, and it was critical to drive. You needed a longer wheelbase to slow things down. And Emery Cook told the drivers, the owners, it's a hairy thing to drive. They didn't believe him, and they put a kid in the car, and he wrecked the car.
Oh.
So Emery Cook was out of a ride, but he talks Bedwell into buying that car from Scotty Finn. What a coincidence. They come to me for a free cam. We would give free cams to new teams starting up like that because some of these guys have some knowledge and they might go fast and we'll get the publicity out of it.
Huh.
Somebody, sooner or later, is going to go fast.
Right.
And these guys went fast. Everyone was stuck at 150 miles an hour. Only, for one reason was they had fuel injection from Hillborn, which wasn't quite right. Well, these guys couldn't afford that fuel injection, so they're going to buy one of Joaquin Arnett's Crower manifolds all welded up with 8 carburetors on it, 8 Stromberg 97s. And man, did they go fast. They jumped the record to 163 or something, about 12 or 15 miles an hour faster. No one could touch them. Boy, it hit the papers, and I took advantage. I said it was the 5-cycle cam. How could they deny it? There was the extra speed. No one else could do it. There was the extra speed. It must be the cam. It was actually the same cam they had been using. I just got a new name for it.
Yeah.
And what's the 5th cycle? It's the long overlap period, which comes automatically when you go to a long cam.
That's interesting.
A long overlap period.
Huh. 5 cycles.
And I really scooped the cam running market then. No one could deny it. There was the speed and this and that.
Dang.
My gosh, so then funny things happened. Howard laughed about it and put a picture of 5 bicycles in his ad. 1, 2, 3, 4 bicycles with big fat tires and a clown riding on. Racing bicycles with thin tires and racing people. 1 cycle, 2 cycle, 3 cycle, 4 cycle. The 5th cycle was a clown on a bike with a dunce cap on, riding in the front, out in front on the 5th. That's the 5th cycle. That's his way of making fun of my 5th cycle. Do you know that later on he had to come out with the 6th cycle? And they asked him, how come you made fun of the 5th cycle and now you got a 6th cycle? Well, I have to sell cams too, if that's what it takes. Is a name, a funny name. Okay. Anyway.
All right, now do it.
So,
Close? Oh, sorry.
we made hay out of that.
Want water?
All right.
Oops, don't squeeze it. Don't squeeze it. Got it all over.
Well, Sarah and Hopper happened to go back to the Nationals. They had won the year before. And they were going to go again. And this time they won again. Not with a supercharged car, which I'm going to... That's another story. Turbocharged car.
Okay.
I told them the turbocharger is the way to go. It's been out since World War I. But anyway, they win. So I called in Pete Millar. I got a job for you. Could you make a picture like this? It's a pickup truck that they won at the Nationals back there for being top eliminator.
Mm-hmm.
I want the clown in there with his head out the window holding a big trophy, real tall, and he's got his dunce cap on. 5-cycle wins the Nationals. In the back of the pickup is a bicycle that the clown used to ride, and they're towing the car. What else was in the back? I don't know what else was in the back. And that's all I had to say.
So.
And that got back at Howard to play a joke on Howard.
Is this where the cam?
Huh?
Is this where the cam grinding wars were?
Yeah,
like, during that
it was
time?
part of the wars. Yeah,
And
we make fun of each other when we get the best of each other. If we win, we talk about it. Yeah. And that was that.
Oh man.
it's time to go home.
Well.
Okay.
So Scotty Fenn, who ran away from hot rodding, whacked to Oklahoma, gets a letter from me, and it tells him that his chassis that he sold to Cliff Bedwell has won, is the fastest car here. It's has a record.
Uh-huh.
He was back out here in 1 week and opened up a place called Chassis Research.
Chassis research.
And it was selling them. Because a lot of guys wanted to have a dragster but didn't know how to build it. You could buy it already built or in pieces and you weld it together. And so forth.
Time to go home.
So, and it was successful.
He doesn't hear me.
So now he's starting to do pretty good.
Uh-huh.
And he comes to me, and he was a good talker, and his talking was so good he could get stuff free. I'll tell you how.
Okay, but better wind it up so we can go.
Huh?
It's time to go home. It's
Okay.
It's 5 o'clock.
You want to finish it? Or?
Yes.
All right, how do you get up? So, guy, you got, because he wanted to buy a gear hopper,
Uh-huh.
and I had a picture of one and for sale for $1,000. And here's one in the market for sale. Right here, I won $1,000. 2 weeks later, I go by his shop, and there it is. It's there already. He has it. I says, what'd you pay for it? It's here on trial. Here on trial. You talked him into putting it here on trial? Well, you know, these machinery dealers, when they come to buy a shop out, they get a lot of stuff free. And they probably had nothing in it, but they put a tag on it for $1,000. They probably sell it for half. But he's got it free. He talked him into putting it in free.
That's impressive.
That's how good a talker he was.
Yeah.
That is. Well,
Anyway.
I really, really appreciate getting to sit down. I appreciate getting to sit down with you today.
What's that?
I appreciate getting to sit down and talk with you today.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing some stories. I could
Well,
talk.
you could make a lot of stories out of this.